What is going on? This is ShanGO, aka Real Deal. I wants to take over. Um, clunk. Yes, this is the Shangodiac. It's October 16th today. For my Virgos, all right, for all the Virgs, the Virgolicious Virgs out there, all right. So I took the liberty to basically just do a brief meditation myself, and I already got your spread here. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of get into it. I hope y'all are well. By the way, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. That's the order of operations. Okay, that's how it works. You like, share, subscribe, and thrive. You will have all the money in the world. You'll have all the lovers that you could deal with, or the lover that you want will be at your beck and call. I'm just fucking with you, of course. But let us get down to this. So just let me take. I've already seen like some things here. Like, okay, so I like to let the cards talk to me. I do believe that, you also have to scry into the cards. You know, you have to allow the card, the number to be fluid with you and to tell you what is going on in this moment. Okay. So I'm just going to start with I did a 9 card spread for you. Let me see if I could tilt this without fucking anything up here. You know, got to, just in case you don't believe me, I got your cards right here. And the first card here that we're going to talk about here is this Ace of Spades. Okay, Ace of Spades. Now, I don't like using certain phrases all the time as if it's whatever, but I really feel this is something for you right now. This actually came up in another reading too, but this is a form of, at the heart of everything, even though you may not know about it right now, you may not understand it right now fully, but part of the reason why a lot of things that are going on with you are going on with you is because you have enacted your own spiritual initiation. Okay, and as most of the time now, I mention this just to debunk what the hell that means, because that can be very airy fairy of a term. A spiritual initiation, and I would probably say most cases, I mean in all cases actually, but it can be it can be this and a that. You're gaining something, but one of the underlying commonalities of a spiritual initiation is a stripping away. Okay. Now, at the heart of the matter, the stripping away is stripping away what is not you anymore, a stripping away of what is encumbering you, hindering you from going where your divine self is moving you to. Okay. It's like putting something wet out in the sun, and whatever needs to go is evaporated off you. Now, this evaporating process can be experienced as kind of rough, can be experienced as painful, can be experienced as, very trying. And depending on how the person who's going through it, okay, because it is in this person's hands, what is in this person's hands, how they choose to view it, how they either respond or, robotically react, what assumptions that they derive at because of whatever the circumstances may be. But we have to train ourselves to look below the context. The context is whatever's going on in your life right now, the people, the places, the situations, the circumstances, okay? Yes, you are experiencing these things, but there are things underneath all of that, okay? These are basically like your desktop icons, okay? And they're indicating something else, okay? All this will always lead back to you. Now, there's also some of you Virgos out here who are either looking to start a new job, or you're going to have a totally whole new position in your job also, okay? And these also bring about new challenges as well, new people, new this and that. So, that is for some of you, not all of you. The heart of the matter here is your spiritual path, journey, experience, and how it's translating in your physical life. Okay. Now let's move around here. But I can tell this has you a little, it has you very uneasy in your true Virgo fashion. Many of you Virgos are expert meditators in reverse. When I say meditating in reverse, I'm referring to worry, the process of worrying, okay? The process of anxiety. Anxiety and worry are not a thing. There's something you do internally which causes a physiological effect, which you then feel as an emotion, okay? An energy in motion in your body, all right? So, this is the main thing that has you vexed and perplexed, okay? Now, this Joker right here is actually showing you your current perception of what's going on. And the way it's looking right now to you is very uncertain. The future is is maybe even never felt more uncertain, although it probably has. If you look back in your life at different periods of time, and you got through that too, and you was fine, you know. But right now, whatever it is that you're going through right now, be it in your relationship, your situationship, your current circumstances, or it could be a clusterfuck of all these things combined. Okay, has you worrying a lot, because there has been certain things that have seemingly just appeared to happen, helter skelter, Trey Bizarre, whoa, shit. And let me see if I can switch hands here real quick. I'm usually okay. So these things have got you, like, basically worrying about what the phrase in my mind is, like, what's going to happen. And because I can't say for certain what's going to happen, I'm like eating myself up with worry and stuff. And the thing about worry and anxiety, they exist only within you. Okay. And the bad part about it is no matter where you go, there you are. All right. So you can try to escape the worry by doing things or going somewhere, but we must deal with it, because it doesn't matter where you are. If you want, oh, I'll just go watch a movie or something. You ever notice you can't watch the movie without enjoying it, because that fucking that feeling, that sound is in the background, almost like just background noise, but it's always there. Okay, kind of like when we're recording and stuff, there has been a lot of different techniques where sometimes they'll just hook the mic up and record what is called the sound of the room, and they'll put that track into the song as well, along with all the instruments and all that stuff like that. Just a track with the sound of the room. Okay, it does something. It does add a texture. It does whatever. But the point is, this anxiety and worry thing about what's going to happen is the sound of the room in your life right now. Okay. Now, I do want to say this underneath some of these things, of course, the not knowing what step to take, the not knowing, and there is also some, for some of you, entangled up into these situations is deception. Okay, some of this is self-deception, and we deceive ourselves when we basically start to kind of see a situation the way we want to or prefer it to, even though it's blatantly not the same, especially dealing with certain people. Okay. Certain people, there's an epidemic right now. It's not an epidemic. It's probably always been, but I noticed that this whole thing that we are now in It's bleeding into regular physical life. And that is the culturally engineered behavior of social media, because people are social media has contributed, I'll say, to making people fickle, switch up, bitch up, flip up as fuck. Even people you was like, what? Not you? Yeah, you too. You know, and that's just how things have been going. But there is some things that you don't know, that you don't know. Okay, and this is also blocking, not blocking. Okay, let me rephrase that. It is you have to make time to commune with your spirit, your higher. I hate using that word too, but I'm using all these words I hate. But fuck it, I gotta say something that you can grab onto. Like so, the higher self. You know, there's nothing outside of your higher self actually, really. So why not come back to the source of you? You know, there has been some a lot of shit right now, man. I swear, like I feel like also you have this very almost fight or flight. Some of you out there are living your life, in the last week or so, it's been like every day has been like, if you've ever been bullied or ever know that you're going to get in a fight, that's worse than the fight itself, the anticipation of it. And I feel like a lot of you have been on defense a lot. And maybe you are experiencing in your situation people coming at you, people teasing you, maybe people verbally. I really sense a lot of like verbal abuse too, maybe ridiculing, challenging your position on things, things of that nature. There is also a woman here, okay, who is very cold, very distant, and she can even cloak herself, I feel, and come off as something else. But sooner than later, that demon's going to come through. You're going to see it in her eyes. No, but this is a troublemaking woman also. Okay, this is a woman who is, and yes, she could be a fire sign, possibly even having something to do with a Leo or something. But or I definitely feel that's of a fire sign though. Okay, and right now, anyways, I'll say, you, this whole situation, this whole thing is dominating your thoughts, taking up all your mental real estate. Okay. So, the good news I have for you, start communing with yourself. And that's as simple as just talking to yourself, because your spirit is you, your higher self is you. So you can commune with your higher self. Know that your help, the backup you need, the cavalry, the whatever you want to call it, is definitely within. And underneath this all, that's why you're actually going to get through this very well. Yes, I'm not saying there's not going to be no twists, no turns. And I'm not saying, a lot of people, they want certainty. They want to know every little fucking thing that's going to happen between here and there. And it does not work like that. For one, all this additional information is useless because you can only do one thing in this present moment. There's only one thing you can do in this present moment. By now, you know that. Somewhere you know that. But I'm saying, like, you're not going to get, most likely, you're not going to get the whole plan with every little step just laid out for you. That's not how it works. As much as you know, intrinsically built in, there's so much more that you don't know that comes right along with what you know. The more you know, the more you don't know. And that's how this shit works. There's always going to take there's always going to take some form of, I'm seeing it in my mind's eye. It's existing within before my physical eyes, which are the last and the slowest, and my physical ears, and my nose, and my mouth, and my tongue experiences it. And the same is for you, because without it, you would not need to have, for lack of a better word, faith, an inner knowing, belief, none of that. Why would you? And these physical senses are the last on the list. They're the most bottom. They're the most, dense. Okay? They're the slowest and they're the most limited, period. They see what you already have been, what has already been. They're seeing delayed. The picture you're seeing around yourself right now in your reality is a delayed response, is a delayed reality based on shit that you already cooked up. So it's like this shit is late, but this is how I experience it. Okay? Now, once again, man, you can complicate this or you can make it, I don't want to say even easier, but you can do away with the stress. Okay? You can do away with the stress. Okay? You must anchor yourself in that place. You must anchor yourself in that place of peace. You must anchor yourself in your inner place of peace that you have. You must anchor yourself in your inner place of peace. It's there, it's here, it's now, it's within you. It can never go nowhere. You can just have the experience of it not being here, okay? And that's not the case. But if that's what you want to experience by way of your thoughts, then that's what you're going to experience. No one can stop that, okay? But what I see here is you definitely are elevating yourself and your emotional state. Okay. Peace and blessings to you. If you want to speak with me, I'm available for consultations. Look in the description box. Look in the description box. Look in the description box. You can go to my website. Everything that we have that is available currently right now to be able to assist you, to be able to help you, is available there. Okay. All roads lead to www.shango-ray.com. Peace and blessings.